Lovely words, Richard. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to help us honor Dr. Thomas Kelly, the head of Horace Mann School. Horace Mann has done so much for the center. I've seen it over the years, the children, the young people volunteering. It's just a wonderful thing. Actually, my own granddaughter volunteered at the center this year, and she came away so empowered by the love that's in that center, by Lamont and all the staff there. It's a wonderful experience for young people, and I hope you encourage your children to do something like that. My granddaughter was so touched, and our whole family. Richard covered so much of what I was going to mention. They asked me to give a little history on the center, and it's a very interesting one. In 1973, 3 community women, very concerned about the community, met at a Parks Department meeting for Fort Ford Park up in Kingsbridge Heights. And it was Mary McLaughlin, Pat Burns, and I. And we had never met each other, but we were all from different areas and very concerned about our children. From that meeting, we found out that in a few years, the police department would be vacating their building. They had outgrown it, actually, and were going to have a new building. We started talking and said, wouldn't that be a wonderful place to have a community center? Nothing like that was in the area. And we all had young children, and hopefully it would benefit all of us. So we contacted our local political officials, the local assemblyman, and he thought that might be a good idea, that we might have a chance to do something like that, turn it into a community center. The neighbors were very concerned about what a vacated building would do if no one went in. So we all got together and started the ball rolling, apparently. Funny thing, though, during the Parks Department meeting, which was very successful, we did get the park renovated, but we made some very good friends with the Parks Department officials. And when it came time down the line for us to seek a city sponsor, Parks Department stepped in, and they've been our sponsors to this day, 40 years of association with the Parks Department. So from a little meeting, a local meeting, came a very wonderful outcome. We developed friendships with the local police precinct, and the police officials thought our idea was a very good one, and they supported us. We learned a lot at all the meetings we had to attend, and there were many, many meetings. As Richard alluded to, my daughter said that she was a latchkey kid because I guess I was always at meetings. However, she turned out very well, as did my other children, so it wasn't that bad after all. I have a few notes. Mary McLaughlin, now deceased, was the homemaker and a mother of 6 children, one of whom had Down syndrome. And Mary was very motivated. She was behind all of our very persistent actions to obtain the center. As it is now, Mary fought very strongly for rights for her son, Andy, and she fought for the center. As it is, we have a wonderful program for special needs adults and children at the center. Very successful, very unique, and wonderful. We incorporated from the years 1973 to 1975. We worked on obtaining the building, attending many meetings with the mayor's office, borough president, local politicians, neighbors, everyone. Everyone was very cooperative, and we like to say that we worked with the city and not against it, and in the turbulent 1970s, that was a very good thing because our strategy and our worked. We did get the center, we did get the cooperation of so many. It was very, very hard in those days because there wasn't any money. The city was in a financial crisis. And it was mainly we were able to hire an executive director with a very small salary. Mostly the staff was volunteers, and there were college kids that would come in and run the youth programs. Many of those college kids at this point in time are successful business people, professionals, police and fire officials, and we even have a judge, college administrator, and they gave their time, just as many of your children give their time. And they still keep in touch with the center, which is a wonderful thing. That's about it. All I can say is our college directions program is one that I'm most happy about, not happy about, but I touches my heart because I know what can happen, what does happen, just as our David said. We have the program takes children from elementary school as early as 6th, 7th, 8th grade, prepares them for college, gives them the tutoring, gives them the feeling that they can be important people. And they do go on to be important people. It's a wonderful program. And so all of our programs are wonderful. I'm so proud of everybody, especially Giselle and Lori. Giselle has been with us, I think it's almost 35 years, 35 years. 30, okay. Time flies when you're having fun. But they've stayed with us. So many of our staff have stayed with us because it's a loving, nurturing place. And as Giselle invited you all to come, I invite you to come up to Kingsbridge Heights one day and just see. We've expanded. We hope to expand more. We are looking forward to serving more young people and adults. And we need the space, and we need the support, and we're thankful to all of you who are here tonight supporting us. KHCC is a home away from home to many, and it is love that keeps us together. So thank you all.
Fantastic. Can you all do me a favor? Can you just stand to your feet and honor Janet and give her a great big round of applause? We wouldn't be here tonight if it weren't for Janet and Mary and Pat. Let's celebrate her.